Well, here I am now at the allotment. A couple of bits have changed. I have done numerous videos, but they've all been a bit crap, so I've deleted them and then restart again. So, as you see, here is a picket fence. I got the picket fence from over there, because that site has been cleared. So this was being thrown away, so I fixed it because a lot of the bits were coming off. And as you see, ignore the metal, all the stones I'm collecting. You can see the size of some of these, that's just massive. But there we go. So that's going to be just a little bit, just where I stick my bike or anything. The polytunnel. Now I've put a wooden brace on the back. That's when I fold the polythene there, I've got something to staple it to. I will be making a trench along each side for it to sit. I've put more braces on to secure it on the front here. You can see, made like a wooden frame that goes to the bottom. This goes up. I'll then obviously, I've got to somehow work out how I'm going to get polythene on here, which might not be an issue. I could duct tape it actually on the back, but then the wind blow, that could pop off. I'll do it both sides. It might be alright. We'll see. Yeah, so I've got to drill and rivet the hinges on there and then stick them to that. So that's what it's looking like at the moment. Got some sunflowers there. There's my lavender. I stand back over here, you can then see I've got 3 boxes for my carrots and possibly parsnips. I've finished digging this one. I've just started that one, which I'll finish hopefully today. And then just got that one that I've got to sort of do. These other 2, one's for sunflower seeds and pumpkins, and the other one is an empty one, so we'll just see how it goes on growing wise. I've got a box here which I've just put plastic cover. You can see that lovely sunny day, but frost. I've put plastic on it, which is a good idea to protect it. This is just for my plastics and bits and bobs that I don't want to store in the shed. So all this bits of crap will go in there, and I'll put obviously the plot number. I'm going to do the same as what I'm doing over here. I'm going to cut away the section so it sits flat, and that's what I've done with the compost bins, because they was on an angle, so when there's a bit of wind they was blowing straight over. So that's what I've done. I've cut away the sections to make them sit there nicely. So I've got to do that and that for that, but that's sort of later when there's all the seeds and everything else is done. So that's that. When I do that mud, I then sieve it and put it in here. Here, that's solid, frozen, but once you get underneath, that's lovely sieved mud. There's a stone there, I missed that one somehow. Right, so let's take you on a little tour of the plot. Because the weather's cold and it's early, there aren't many stingle nettles about. I managed to get some of these. I've just had to top the water back up because it fell over through the winds we've had over the last couple of days, and emptied out. So put that there and put it in the sun where it gets there. I've got a mole, Molly Mole. She keeps turning up, but I'm not too bothered because, like I said on the video what I deleted before, moles don't really eat your veg unless there's nothing else. There are worms and everything else, so I'm not bothered about that really. This is life growing. There's one there. Now that one there and that the red ones, they're from my dad. They're the ones I planted on the earlier show. This one and this one is what I found over in the heap in the back there, which is over at the back, way back there, where I sling a lot of the weeds, the dandelions and all that, because obviously they're no good in your compost. So I sling them over there, and I then managed to find them. So I rescued them, and I've put them in there, and they've grown because there was no leaves. So they've come on quicker than what the red ones have. I've got the plastic for the pond, but I don't know when I'll get that done just yet. So quick recap, I'm digging this one over. That'll be for the runner beans. This one, it just needs weeding. It's not too bad really. And this had fell in. Apparently it was the snow, but I don't know, because there's big gash holes in it. Leave a comment if you know. Yes, snow would go through this mesh, or if no, the snow would settle on it and rip it and snap all the twigs. So I don't know, but yeah, I had to revamp that one day when I was here, so I got no digging done because I was having to put new canes all in and do. This one, still no sign really of any weeds massively anyway, so that's good. The sprouts, as I'll zoom in and show you, the sprouts, I've got rid of the sprouts because these, well no, these ones are doing the same. At the top they look quite fine, but then they all look like that. And the thing is, they look nice and round and hard, but when you actually squeeze them, they're soft as anything. They're just not, there's no compactness to them, and that's the same for all of them. So I've ripped them all up apart from these ones. This needs massively weeding, but yeah, I've ripped them up and I've chucked them in the compost bin. My broad beans, here we go. I planted these in November. We had loads of snow cover them, and there's a couple of bird holes, so I thought the birds had got them, but luckily enough they hadn't. I've put my poles and wire up, one to stop the birds, two, it helps just give them a bit of protection against the wind. So that's it. And as you see along the top, I've put, this one's got wrapped up because of the wind, but basically don't know what else going on with that one. Basically they just hang there and spin, and that scares the birds off because the birds don't like flashy lights and stuff, so that's always good to use them. That's what my dad uses as well. The bottles make noises, but at the moment it's not looking too shabby. It's quite a nice looking plot. I think if I ever did give this up, you know what I mean, that would be snapped up quite quick or ransacked. So Billy Bob Basic, bit of kitchen worktop, not very big. It helps support and gives it a bit more security, so if anyone tried to break in, you know what I mean, they've got to get through this as well. They can squeeze through that I suppose, but there we go. Yep, so a block of wood screwed onto this top frame with that. So you unlock that, right? You save at the bottom, another peg just to secure it. Then all I've done is some hinges on there. These are just because the screws were too long for this bit of wood, so I've just put that on there so the screws don't stick out. So you've got the leg going down on each side, and then you've got a support and brace along the bottom. So drop this down, It's not secured on this. It's literally sitting on these 2x4s, which is a frame of the shed, and then you've got this bit across the back here as well. So as you fold it down, it stays where it is. You then push back and down it goes. It won't go nowhere because that's me really giving it a will if I do that bit, but pull wise it won't do nothing. And all I've done is use a bit of ratchet strapping with some washers and some screws there. That secures it there. So literally it is sitting on these 2x4s and this back bit. No, it ain't sitting on the back bit, just these 2x4 bits, which work out really about 2x2, that's sitting on. But it's totally structurally, I could sit on that. I'm not going to, because I really trust my work and I know I won't fall. Yeah. So there we go. That's my little worktop for sitting out there planting and doing. Hopefully once the polytunnel's done, if it withstands the English weather, then I'll be able to do seedlings here and put them into the frames there and blossom. But there we go. So that is it. Not much of an insight really. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be checking out, see what the weather goes like for the next couple of days, and then hopefully if the weather has made a change, then I'll start some seeds, planting some seeds out. Here we go. I'm going to show you bodging this if the camera doesn't fall. Just propped up with 2 bits of wood. So there's the plastic. Scissors aren't very good. You're looking at me probably thinking, what the hell, crazy son of a bitch. Sorry about the language. Duct tape and friggin' plastic to make a window. Yeah, I know. But this is a budget channel, and we have to do what we can on the budget channels. Right, so now I've done that, what I will be doing is flipping it around so I'm not standing in front of the camera. Put that in there. Right. I'm going to go over that bit again. Right. This is what the stage 1 looks like. It is a bit flexible. I'll stand back just so you can see. It's not the prettiest, hey, but I'll do the top bit, just got the top bit. Now I'll flip it over and do the inside. So let's have a look at the bodge door. That's the back. there's the ugly front. It's a lot, it's not your house. It looks decent and it does what it does. So that's the door done. See what happens. Here's a closer look, if you can see it. Like I said, it's not perfect, but hey, we work with the tools we're given. Okay, there we go. Quick recap of what I've done today. I've totally mullered that, got rid of all the weeds out of that. I've quickly gone over that, there wasn't much in that one. And then, as you see here, I've started clearing this away. And if you look at the previous, which will be on this video, or the one before that, you'll see how bad that was, you know what I mean? You can see roughly here on this patch what I've got left to do. I've done that in a couple of hours, so that's quick going. My back's hurting like anything now. But there we go. So I thought I'd quickly show you. Alright, thanks. Oh, I just thought I'd add this at the end of the video. I'm going to be doing a video on my next upload of all my subscribers that I know of. There's about 28 that I know of, and I've got 60 subscribers, so there's well over 30 that I don't know who you are. If that's through being private, I don't know. But once I've made the video and done the shout outs, if your name's not on it and you are my subscriber, then drop a comment, put your name down, and I will then give you a shout out if you want one. Any new subscribers, please put a comment just saying subbed, so then I know you've subbed, just in case I don't get no notification of you subbing to my channel. So if you want a sub, let me know. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoy.